So half-time scoreline then, confirmation of it, 10-0 it is. Andy Capistano is downstairs with Louis de Kock, the owner of Wildeklawer.
Well, we're watching some tremendous rugby here at the Wildeklawer Festival, and there's a reason why we get a chance to do that, and that is sponsorship. Wildeklawer is run by Louis de Kock, and Louis is alongside me now. Welcome, Louis.
Thank you very much, Andy. It's very nice to be here.
And it must be gratifying to you. This is year number 5, and it's obviously gone from strength to strength.
Yeah, and I think it's very special for us. I think we as a company like performance, and I think we believe that we in South Africa need excellence. And I think this is our contribution to enhance excellence in South Africa, especially with sport. And I think we would like this to grow and grow, get stronger. And I think we can see in the teams and what's going on that I'm pretty sure that we play a good role in enhancing our excellence in South Africa.
Now, we're standing on the side of Goldstone's rugby field, but of course there's lots of netball going on, and let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think the netball is quite an interesting thing. After 2 years, I noticed that the girls also need exposure. There's also excellence needed in netball, especially even probably more. And that's why we've decided to bring a little bit of color into this tournament. And I think this was a very good movement. And today I think we play a huge role and hope to play a good role in the future for even netball in South Africa.
Thank you very much, Louis, and good luck for the rest of the week.
Thank you very much.
So Louis de Kock, then the owner of Wildeklawer, doing his lot. And Wildeklawer very much have spoken to about the importance of sport and the importance of growing people and developing excellence in our country. And as Andy Capistano said, you know, where would we be without support and sponsorship in our country in sport? Really, really important. There's some of the netball girls that was mentioned by Louis de Kock, and great that they get the opportunity too. It's almost like a sister sport of rugby in many ways, isn't it?
It has definitely become like that.
Not as aggressive though.
Definitely not, eh?
So I think you also have netball players who go out and date rugby players, eh?
I think it's the done thing these days.
Captain Blue, Captain Green.
So a good mix. Now in the second half, Glenwood will be playing into this breeze. And they did dominate the territory and possession in the first half. And I think Paarl Boys High, I'm sure, as Sean Erasmus has done with the Glenwood team too, have given them a bit of a bollocking at halftime. Just got to improve our accuracy rate, stop dropping passes, focus on the ball. Tap down to Stevens.
Taken back.
Quickly through the hands there of Dante van der Merwe.
Look up! What blood, man?
Again, it's the big, powerful Charles-Francois du Toit, the number 8. It's those final passes that are not working ideally for Paarl Boys High. So they'll come back for the knock-on from the number 8.
Sorry, Blue knocked it on. Green ball. It's coming. Hookers, take your mark. Green ball.
Jaco Kutsia, last man up and last man to the scrum. Just getting an ice pack on the back of the head.
On my left, let me take up my space. I'll give you your space.
First half, Glenwood scrum took a bit of pressure. Hopefully they'll get it right to get some quality possession for their backs. They need to do something and try to get back in this game. Remembering in the first half, they missed 3 kicks at goal. So they could have been right in it at this moment.
Yeah, we spoke in that first game about the importance of goal kicking. Can the players make it count? Corner for Mark had one difficult one. The other 2 he would normally crack over. High tackle there on Nkomo. Referee playing advantage at the moment. This is corner for Mark.
Roll out, tackler! Advantage for the high tackle.
So there's advantage still for the high tackle. Now this is going to be a fair distance out. And the key question here is Glenwood, have they got the confidence or stupidity, depending on which way you want to look at it, to kick out to the corner rather than kick at goal and say, let's get 7 points? Well, that's what they're going to try and do. So that's a good positive play by them.
Short fronts for the toy, definitely going in high. Not particularly dangerous, but it was a high tackle, definitely. You have to go around the hips at schoolboy rugby, or at any rugby really. You have to put the guy on the ground.
Out from Kwazi Kenyele. Now they're using the width of the field this time, Glenwood, and found some space with Vermaak. That ball was knocked down, yes, still, and there's a try. It will be awarded. Kululeko Nkuma, I think, is the man who will be credited with that try.
Corner for Mark. The ball definitely got hit down by the number 14, Daniels. And Nkuma picking it up and going over for a fantastic try in the corner. Glenwood needed that. They needed to get back into this game. It started from a penalty. They kicked it out, got the line out, maintained their possession, and then played really wide and went in for a fantastic try in the corner in Nkuma.
So will it be fourth time lucky for Corne Vermaak? It's not an easy kick. He won't be troubled by the distance. All the direction. A vital kick for his team. Brings them within 3 points.
That was a fantastic kick there by Corne Vermaak. It would have done a lot for his confidence, especially missing those 3 kicks in the first half.
Quickly keep this.
Deep kick in from Dante Fanamava. Glenwood seem very intent on trying to move the ball wide, but they just haven't managed to do that effectively in this game. Here they come again. One of the things you're doing, if you're running around in your own 22, you have to be accurate. Slowly working their way up. And opened up some space, but oh, that would have been an interesting finish. They're going to come back for a forward pass.
Well, the best man on the field to judge that is the referee. He's the guy in control. And that was Judge Ford. Touch and go decision. But now it's scrum down for Paarl Boys High in a favourable position in the field.
Scrum.
Oh, this is a great position. This time it's them that use the width of the, well, look to use the width initially. Good running from Leon Boshoff. It seems like that rhythm's starting to come now for both teams. After that really shoddy first half. Fanamava. Just not picked up there from Daniel du Plessis. It was a valiant effort, I must say.
Very low pass, he almost got it. But unfortunately knocking it on the number 2, Daniel du Plessis. But I have to agree with you, Gavin. When you play in your 22, you have to be precise. And Glenwood put themselves under pressure there with the forward pass, and Paarl Boys High had an opportunity to attack. Let's see what Glenwood does now. Are they going to kick out into touch, or are they going to try play from here?
Yeah, because they have the put into the scrum, so at least that's a positive for them. Well, they've gone and lost it. And the chance here. Some good strong running there from Dylan Daniels. Will they work the blind? The ball's a bit slow in coming out. They've got a penalty.
You are legal first infringement, not rolling away.
Well, Paarl Boys High are not going to kick a goal. They're saying, let's pursue. We're starting to find our rhythm. Our lineouts are solid. We can drive off it. We've got a good pack of forwards. But they're not, we're going to have to wait a while because one of the players is down injured.
Well, it is a great position for Paarl Boys High to launch an attack. It'll be interesting to see whether they set up a driving maul or try to spread it wide off the tops for their backs. It'll also be interesting to see what Glenwood do in this line-out, whether they're going to contest in the air or on the ground. I believe contest in the air. Every ball that you contest in the air, you're putting the opposition under pressure, their jumpers and their hookers.
Well, that's a sad situation there for Jaco Coetzee, who's having to leave the field. And really is hopping along. So we wish him well. The rugby season's got a long way to go still. And his team will be needing him now. This is where they're holding on to it and looking to try and drive it up. Here they come. Is that a try? Yes! Rickers Verhoeven has awarded the try.
Looks to me like it was Thomas du Toit there.
It was.
From Paarl Boys High, the big number 1 prop, the loose head prop. Showing awesome strength, awesome leg drive.
Well, they backed themselves, didn't they? They said, look, let's take the line out, let's work our way up. We've got the strength. And there's no questions of illegalities around that with Thomas du Toit.
No, definitely not. He's done very well, the young lad. Showing some awesome leg drive, strength, and going over for a fantastic try for his school.
Just have a feeling that might be a tipping point for Paarl Boys High too. If they get this over, up to 17 points. Oh dear, kick it. You've got to kick it quickly. There was a huge charge there from the Glenwood boys. And how often do you see a charge down? Well, we've seen one in Super Rugby, haven't we?
I was going to go there. Brian Abena, obviously these boys have been watching their Super Rugby and picking up from their heroes.
Confirmation as well that Kevin Durant is on at number 8 for Jaco Coetzee.
Number 6, entering from the side. Entering from the side.
That's Rupert Kay, who the referee says came in from the side of that ruck. Referees are very strict on that. You have to come in through the gate, and the gate essentially is the feet of the last man who's part of that ruck. Kobo, done well. Got past the first 2 tackles. Now they've got opportunities out wide, but that was also maybe not quite the right pass. But still, here they come. Excellent running. This is corner for Mark.
No offside, only a tackle.
Dummy pass there from Seth van der Jeffer. Just they sense this is often when you're at your most susceptible, when you've just scored points. You relax a little bit and the opposition come hard at you.
Roll out.
Nowhere through for Curtis Jonas. Rupert Kay wanting to make up for his indiscretion. And then Koos Trudeau, or I should say Trudeau, I think that's how you say it. Glenwood piling in to that ruck, and then that's a knock on one fancies. So that's pretty much it.
Almost seems the last couple of minutes a bit of frustration creeping into the Glenwood boys' play. They've given a few penalties away, entering from the side, not on their feet. Look at this charge down.
I just got
Fantastic.
the feeling, Vim, I was like willing him, kick it quickly because they're coming at you, you know. The charge of the Light Brigade.
Scrum.
Well, that's really quite messy, that for Paarl. It started well with du Toit with a pickup at the back of the scrum, then just floated into touch.
Open up, Green.
So lovely take there by Captain Mazabuko in the line out, but it wasn't in straight.
making a few unforced errors, Glenwood. It's the second lineup they've thrown in that's not on straight, and it's just causing a turnover ball and a scrum for Paarl. And they were in a favourable position on the field, you know, to launch an attack, to try get back in the game.
I just got the feeling at halftime that both these teams have maybe put a bit of petrol in the tank. And certainly the second half has been better than the first. Still some basic errors and chances being offered. Here they come. Glenwood in the form of Morne Hubert, who's had very few opportunities on the right wing. Captain Mazabuko. And we've seen very little of Adima as well at number 5 for Glenwood. Now strong running here from Seth Faliyefa. Could he?
No advantage, sealing off, no advantage, no.
Well, the penalty's going to be a long way from where you were taking it there, Mr. Kanyele. You'll have to come right to the side of the field. So that shows you the time span that the referee played advantage. Question time. Kick it out, get the line out working. Let's get our 7 points and let's stay in touch.
Well, they need to start at the basics. Win the line out with 2 hands.
We have a match award to be made here. This is from the Utanico
from the side.
Look at where the flag is, open up. Green, open up.
So full line outs.
More. Come closer, blue.
Full complement of players in the line out. Should I say, will Paarl Boys High contest this line out? Will they be geared towards defensive work? It's very much the latter. Glenwood done well. They've got themselves well positioned, but that maul has collapsed. No, they're still staying on. Here's a chance for them. That is going to be absolute touch and go. Now, bear in mind, we do not have a TMO here, so we're not able to view that and make a decision thereafter. So the decision's been made, and I tell you what, that could be very marginal, this film. There's no problem with him touching the corner post. Did he get that?
Let's have a look at this. Oh, it's touch and go. But the referee, as you said, Gavin, there's no TMO, and he's the guy that decides, and he's allowed to try. Well, what's important there is Glenwood went for the banker ball, the front line out ball. They won it with 2 hands, and that's where it started all from there. Winning that line out, getting the ball to the back of the maul, controlling it, patience, and going over for a fantastic try in the corner, which the referee awarded.
The first 4 spectators here who would like to participate in the kicking competition to come to me here at the stage group presentation area.
Just to get within 1 point. Well, he's put those kicking boots on then, Corne for Mark. After missing those first 3, he's now slotting them.
Jeepers, he's
man for the occasion, eh?
Jeepers, he's really got his radar back. Got 2 fantastic kicks in the first half. In the second half, right from both touchlines.
I think that camera angle showed us perfectly that the referee was correct in awarding that try. Well, this has perhaps been the game that's had the most knock-ons of the many games of rugby that have been played here at the Wildeklawer Festival.
Bad error. They just scored a try, and now they're under immense pressure again with a fantastic scrum for Paarl Boys High. In the centre of the field, they've got attacking options left and right. They've loaded the right-hand side, so it will be interesting to see where they're going to play.
Well, they've got Fernand Vers standing alone on the left wing. He's the guy who scored the first try. Very nippy little runner. So he's got space to work in. The scrum's wheeled in the wrong direction for them, but they still attack the right-hand side using Big Leon Boshoff.
No, it's off the knee.
Oh, has this been turned over? No. Still Boys High, as they call them. Still very much at it.
Use it. No.
Here's a chance now. They've got a big chance here with Daniel Du Plessis carrying it up. Can the other forwards come into play? Can they ignite the backs? They outnumbered Glenwood.
5, advantage.
Du Toit staying on his feet. They know they've got a penalty coming their way. And when I say coming their way, coming the way of Paarl Boys High. And this is going to be also from slap in front.
Number 4.
I just, you know, find that
You need to be both feet behind the last feet of your team.
scrums are such a good attacking opportunity these days in so many ways, especially if you're in the middle of the field
the line,
too.
gentlemen,
But they're
on the
going to
line.
tap and go, these guys. And they've got the full complement of forwards very much at it. Millimeters short. Here they come again. And they decided they wanted to keep it in close. They're over the goal line, but they can't get it down. Oh, that's great defense there from Glenwood. Brilliant play by them.
Short.
They're still short.
Lead 7, lead.
How many millimeters is that? Everybody over the ball now.
Use it.
Everybody's sort of close, and all you need is someone to stand out wide. Whoa. Well, they've made a lunge for the line, and they've knocked it on. And Glenwood have got out of jail. Brilliant play by them.
You have to take your hats off to Glenwood with the defensive effort there. They held on and held on, and eventually Paarl made a mistake, reaching for the line, knocking the ball on. But once again, Gavin, did they make a mistake? They had a penalty right in front of the Poles. Definite 3 points. It would have put them ahead by 4.
I've warned you enough that there's a space.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Vim. That would have been my call. And I suppose they also have a feeling that, you know, things are starting to go their way. They're getting more ball. It's opportunity. And you get a little bit carried away emotionally sometimes. Here is a chance now for them. Just stick it up against the upright. Held up. Second time. Great defense from Glenwood.
Deep as he ran straight into that pole there. Hopefully he hasn't done himself any damage.
No, luckily they're padding on it. In the good old days, you might play a match in the country somewhere, and there weren't any. There was no padding. You literally had to dodge it.
Definitely, eh?
20's finished. 10 minutes on the dot.
But you know what he could have done here as well? When you hit it, just slide down. I know that's easier said than done. Slide down, even if you're not over the line, as long as the ball is against the post.
Dotted down at the bottom
It's
of
a
the
try.
post. It's a try, yeah. But the opportunity arose from him, from a good scrum from Paarl Boys High, causing a turnover.
They want another one now.
Blue ball, held up and in goal.
Burger Fanika got a little bit of attention there. They'd want another one. Felt pretty much like they had as you were talking.
I've asked you numerous times, you're away from
And
your
they're not going to
hooker.
get a chance to do it. Is that early engagement? And a few issues with the number 3s today. This time François van der Merwe. It was, of course, Trudeau in the first half. He was not scrumming correctly. In other words, having his head and shoulders above his hips when he was making contact. Darren Papier, who's been pretty much a spectator, and I don't mean that in a negative sense, from the fullback position. He hasn't really had much to do for Paarl Boys High in this game. And maybe he wants to come into his own. Now, I always believe that players need to look for work as well, get yourself involved, be up for the play, follow the ball. Donnie Gerber was one of the greatest exponents of that.
Roll out two.
That's why he scored so many tries too, because he's just always around the ball. It's like a bee buzzing there. And again, Waterkloof,
Number 4.
just look what it means to them as well. All that great defense on their goal line, now winning the penalty to get them back into Paarl Boys High half of the field. They look like they really want a victory, don't they?
Well, I was watching the previous game and they walked past me and they looked really focused, but now he's made a bad error not getting touch.
Get out, Blue. Stop.
That's a good catch. Taken up by Kieran van Vieren. Curtis Jonas. And that's the one thing we're talking about, fullbacks. Corner for Mark has been very much part of the play. He's got himself involved with those runs and drives. This is great angle running there from Nkobo. Still they come, and into touch they go. Well, I tell you what, that'll count as 90 of the most important meters that they've worked their way back through in this rugby season of theirs. Because if they had given away 7 points when they were down on their goal line, it could have been really problematic for them.
Definitely. They did really well there. They got a penalty. Made a bit of a mistake not getting his touch. Great offload in the tackle.
Glenwood finding a little bit of latitude was Vadima. That ball was out, no problem with that.
We're on the injured player, it's a scrum.
The referee, in the interest of safety, has stopped play. That's why the Paarl Boys High players and Thomas du Toit would look a little bit bemused. There's a player down at the moment, and play was happening around where he was.
Leaving a gap, making the other player go in between.
Looks like he's got a shoulder injury. So funny here, Seth Van der Heever will go off, and on will come a familiar name, Michael Teichmann. There's Michael Teichmann. I thought the Teichmanns all went to Hilton, didn't they? Or to Michael House. Where was Gary Teichmann at school? He was at Hilton, I think, wasn't he?
He was at Hilton, yeah.
Well, let's hope that Seth Van der Heever has a speedy recovery.
It's never nice to see a youngster going off the field injured, but it's all part and parcel of a hard game of rugby. Glenwood need to put a lot of pressure here on Paarl. Try to get the ball back.
Du Toit, we've seen he's been a menace off the back of the scrum for Paarl Boys High. Quite happy to just rumble it up with their forwards in the meanwhile. Glenwood have defended very bravely at times in this match, none more so than in the last 5 to 7 minutes of actual play. At the moment, Paarl Boys High moving quite laterally. That's excellent play there. Daniel du Plessis just getting those vital couple of meters going forward, gets the players on the front foot. And he's scrum off, or rather Dante van der Merwe's fly off doing the same. But they've gone off their feet at Paarl Boys High. So again, Glenwood get an opportunity of some relief.
Really important that Glenwood find their touch now so they can create a quality attacking opportunity within the Paarl Boys High half.
Yeah, we always expected this to be a close game. Just have a look at that. 1 point in it and just over 3 minutes left of this match. So, Kanyeli off and Carl Gerard is on in the scrum half position. Just a couple of minutes of play for him. A nice opportunity to have a run. And first touch is not the best for him. The referee says it went backwards, so there's no issues with that. Getting strong, hard work there from Makuma. Well, you don't want to give away penalties in the last couple of minutes. Now, can somebody kick this distance, would be the next question.
We've had numerous infringements at offside, both at the breakdown and the game. Pick your discipline up. This last one was the replacement. I'll have to see him. I'll give him number now. That was number 18. Thank you. Paul?
Who's your father? He's number 18. Now, corner for Mark has decided he's going to kick it goal. And
Was the
I
replacement
think
number
this is the
18?
right decision. With so little time left, it's maybe the one last opportunity that Glenwood have. Absolutely snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. I think his biggest question will be distance. Kicked well in the second half, but not this far. There's no issues. No issues at all with the distance. He has been such a hero in the second half, has corner for Mark. And into the lead go Glenwood.
That is a fantastic kick, showing great big match temperament right at the death here to put his team ahead by 2 points. Well
Look
done.
at that. Just look at their faces.
They're ecstatic.
Well, we said it for them. They looked like they really wanted it. That kick, that's gone directly into touch from the kickoff, so they'll come back to the halfway line. Well, they don't have to, but that's one of the choices, and that's mostly taken. And Glenwood really just have to be careful they don't try and run down the clock.
But more than 1 minute.
And then next up, after a couple of minutes break, you'll be back in Wildeklawer action with Bullant Landbou up against Noordkaap. And if you don't know Noordkaap, they come from Kimberley. They are one of the 3 big schools there, along with Kimberley Boys High and Diamantveld.
Leaving.
Well, for Mark, the same man who kicked that wonderful penalty in possession, but he was tackled and he had to release the ball. So
Leave the ball.
Paarl Boys High will...
Leave the ball. Get away.
The key question is there time for us to kick downfield? Is there time for a line out? Firstly, you must kick it out, which Dante van der Merwe has done.
If Mark gets tackled, what he has to do is release the ball, let it go, and then recollect it up to continue. Unfortunately, he didn't do that, and that's why the referee gave the penalty. Paarl Boys High with an amazing attacking opportunity here. But Glenwood have stolen, and it's also a not straight throw.
Last move.
It's the last move. The referee's told the players. So Glenwood need a powerful scrum here, secure enough to allow their scrum half or their fly half to kick it out, and with that win the match.
This is a vital scrum for Glenwood, the most important of the game. Every scrum is important actually, but this is really important for them to get a good ball and to get that ball out because time is up.
Well, the scrums collapse, and this time the penalty is to Glenwood, so they've literally just got to kick it out, and that's the way it is.
Get 10. Your mark is 10 meters. Get back.
Oh, the front row is always...
There's a huge amount of frustration there, I'm sure.
Definitely.
But I have to say that is a well-deserved victory for the courage and character that they showed.
Look at the substitutes running on the field. They're all ecstatic. Well done, Glenwood. They are so happy. Fantastic win for them. One of the players on the field, they are busy crying. All very emotional.
And one has to say, really, that Paarl Boys High would have come into this game probably as the favourite, but they ended up losing this game by 17 points to 50.